John Van Epp's How to Avoid Falling in Love with a Jerk is a pragmatic, research-informed relationship guide that reframes romantic decision-making as a skill that can be learned and practiced rather than a matter of luck or fate. Van Epp, a psychologist with decades of experience in relationship education, offers a clear step-by-step model called the Relationship Attachment Model, or RAM, that helps readers identify healthy partners, recognize warning signs early, and build relationships that move from attraction to secure attachment. The book's central claim is that romantic success depends less on chemistry and more on deliberate, observable behaviors and patterns. By tracking and testing these behaviors, people can protect their hearts while still allowing love to grow. Van Epp opens by challenging common myths about love, that passion alone guarantees compatibility, that soulmates are instantly recognizable, or that emotional intensity is a reliable sign of long-term suitability. He argues these beliefs set people up for repeated disappointment because they prioritize short-term feelings over long-term functioning. Instead, Van Epp introduces the RAM as a practical framework for evaluating relationships across 4 interrelated domains: safety, satisfaction, security, and commitment. Each domain contains specific behaviors and indicators that can be observed and measured over time, allowing partners to make informed choices rather than impulsive leaps. A major theme is gradual testing and evidence gathering. Van Epp emphasizes that early stages of dating should be treated like a series of small experiments. Observe how a potential partner responds to stress, how they treat others, whether they keep promises, and how they handle conflict. He encourages readers to look for consistent patterns rather than isolated gestures. For example, a partner who is charming in public but dismissive in private reveals a pattern that undermines safety and trust. Van Epp provides concrete questions and scenarios to help readers assess these patterns, turning vague anxieties into actionable data. Another central idea is boundary setting and self-protection. Van Epp stresses that protecting one's emotional and physical well-being is not selfish but essential. He outlines practical boundaries about time, intimacy, financial entanglement, and communication that slow the pace of attachment until sufficient evidence of reliability and care is present. This slow build approach reduces the risk of becoming enmeshed with someone whose long-term behavior will be harmful. Van Epp also addresses common pitfalls: ignoring red flags because of loneliness, rationalizing bad behavior, or confusing intensity with commitment. The book places strong emphasis on communication and conflict management. Van Epp shows how couples can use structured conversations to reveal compatibility and to practice repair after misunderstandings. He offers scripts and exercises for discussing values, expectations, and past relationship patterns in ways that minimize defensiveness and maximize clarity. These tools are designed to reveal whether partners can co-regulate emotions, apologize, and change, key predictors of relationship longevity. Van Epp integrates attachment theory into his practical model, explaining how early attachment histories shape adult expectations and reactions. He helps readers recognize when their own attachment wounds, anxiety, avoidance, or fear of abandonment, are influencing choices, and he offers strategies to compensate for those tendencies while searching for a partner who demonstrates secure, reliable behavior. This self-awareness component is crucial. Van Epp insists that improving one's relational outcomes requires both better partner selection and personal growth. The book also addresses special situations: dating after divorce, blended families, online dating, and cultural pressures that complicate decision-making. Van Epp provides tailored advice for these contexts, emphasizing the same core principles: gather evidence, set boundaries, and prioritize long-term functioning over immediate gratification. He is careful to balance realism with hope, acknowledging that no relationship is perfect, while insisting that many people can find stable, loving partnerships by applying the RAM consistently.